I think this is the first time I've ever had problems with a HIYA Toys figure, but in this video I'm going to show you why I think these Kong figures by HIYA are still worth it. Let's open them up, check it out, and of course do some toy photography. So let's say you're a big fan of Godzilla, and you're a collector, and you want to get yourself a nice Kong to go with all of your Godzillas, but you don't really want to get any of the Bandai SH Monster Arts Kongs because they're just too darn expensive. They look cool, but they're too expensive. Well, that's when HIYA Toys comes to save you from ultimate kaiju wallet destruction. Or, I mean, maybe there might be a little bit of destruction. But HIYA Toys has just been a massive savior for anyone who likes Godzilla or kaiju stuff because they're putting out figures that are so good. Such quality figures. Sometimes they're better than things like Monster Arts and they're half the price, maybe a quarter of the price. I'm looking at you, Shimo. I've got two Kongs here and I actually don't own a Kong figure yet, so I'm really excited about this. And both of these are from the new Empire, Godzilla X Kong. One of them, he's got his power fist, whatever, and the other one, he's got his axe. And for the most part, they look like almost exactly the same figure, except for some paint and some weapons. And I'm really excited to compare these two, and hopefully if you see this will help you make a decision with which Kong to get, you know? And I'm very excited. And let's do some toy photography too. What do you say? So if you're interested in picking up these two Kong boys, head to the link I've got in the description for CalcusToys.com. Yes, I talk about Calcus all the time. They have quite the ultimate selection of figures, and you get them real fast. These figures are still on pre-order on a lot of sites like Big Bad Toy Store, but they sent me these figures like 2 weeks ago, and I'm finally getting the chance to review them. So you get them real quick. Calcus is so good. I love them so much. So if you want to get these guys, definitely head to the link in the description. And if you use the link down there, it helps me out as well. So definitely appreciate that. Appreciate you. I appreciate Calcus. I appreciate Venom and Kong. So let's open these guys up. So HIYA Toys has been revealing stuff all the time. They always really are. And they recently revealed their Scar King figure, which, to be honest, I mean, it looks good, but I don't think I'm interested at all. I feel like a lot of people really liked that character, but in my opinion, I really hated him. Like, he was a good villain because I hated him, but like there's nothing really appealing to me to have him as a figure. I was just so happy when he died in the movie that I don't know. I'm curious to know what you think. Are you interested in that figure? Because I really am not. Okay, here is Mr. and Mr. Kong, and I almost got kind of really like frustrated and really disappointed for a second, but after fiddling with it, I was fine. So his ankles were kind of bent forward a little bit. I was like, am I not gonna be able to get him to bend the ankles forward? Well, actually that came out, but that's okay. I was really having trouble, hang on. Hey. Okay, I was really having trouble getting him to stand up, and I was really like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. But after fiddling with his ankles, it does work out. So if you open this up and his ankles are really difficult to deal with, just fiddle with him a little bit, you'll get it to work, because all of the other articulation seems actually really great, and it looks pretty beautiful, and they really are almost exactly the same figure. Even the face sculpt are exactly the same. This one looked a little bit sadder than this one. Ah! Okay, well, maybe that is a problem. But as far as the face sculpts are concerned, he looked a little bit sadder on this one, so maybe it's just a little bit differently painted, but they are almost exactly the same figure, except for he's got a power fist on and he's doesn't. And there's a little bit of a different color. This is slightly lighter on this one, but they feel really good. So far I'm feeling pretty good about these figures, so don't get frustrated when, like I almost did with the ankles. They're still a little bit difficult, but they're okay. This is my first like humanoid style figure I've dealt with from HIYA Toys. Everything else has been monster shaped, whether it's Godzilla or Shimo or what. The detail with these guys is also quite nice too. There's scars and everything all around, and even if you like pull up some of the, like pull up further on his chest, you get like more scars and stuff like that. There's a whole lot going on with these guys. So I'm really kind of impressed. Like, I think these are really cool. Detail's great. And there he goes. All right, that's number 2. Let's see how many times it happens throughout the video. That one doesn't count. Neither does that. Oh, foot 2. Well, for articulation, they both kind of have almost, I'm counting that. They both kind of have the exact same stuff for the most part, but a couple differences. So the non-fisted one comes with this axe, you know, his axe thingy. This is a really nice looking thing. Like, this is a nice looking accessory. All the paint is really nice. It's got some translucent stuff over towards the handle and the top there. It just looks really high quality. Like, this is like a really good looking thing. I'm probably gonna use this in the toy photo later on. And he comes with 2 different face sculpts. He comes with a snarling one, which looks just so good. Like, this is a really beautiful looking snarl face. And then he's got a very intense roaring one, which is so cool. This one does have the snarl tooth as well, because in the beginning of the movie, he gets his tooth fixed. And so both of them actually have this silver tooth on there, which is a nice little detail. I'm only just noticing that now. And he comes with a bunch of hands. I've never opened up a HIYA figure with all this accessories before. It's awesome. He's already got holding hands on right now. These are 2 fists, which are really cool. 2 open hands, which one of them has these really good looking scars on there. And then these are fists kind of like this. So he can like walk around like an ape, which that's really cool. And I'm excited to kind of put him in a pose like that as well. So Power Fist Kong comes with basically all the same exact stuff. He comes with the same exact snarl and angry mouths. Venom, you're standing right there, so if I bunk you a little bit, don't get mad at me. The same exact faces, but they're painted slightly different. Hands are the same, but different. So he has the same hands on the left hand, same exact thing. But then on the right hand, he has the same ones, but just with the Power Fist stuff included. So even the scars on the right one, the ape walking hand, and then a fist as well. So much detail is put into these fists. If you look deep inside of his fingers there, you can actually see gaps in it. It's all separately sculpted. Like, that's so cool, as opposed to just putting it all together as one. It's like, it's really cool. I'm very impressed with this. HIYA, you know what you're doing, man. So I'm trying to get into like doing some poses right now, and I'm like really struggling to get these hands in. Like, I almost can't do it. Like, I don't know if I'm putting... Is that in? Come on. Yes, I know I could just heat these up, but like that, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, you know, all right, maybe I will heat them up, but that's a little frustrating. All right, these are all heated up now, so this should go right in. Nice, okay. I put them in the microwave with some water, and they're very soft. Okay, let's get into articulation now. That's number 4. So, articulation for these guys is actually pretty good. There's a lot of room for posing. There's just some joints are a little bit, you gotta take some time to get them where they need to be. And that sometimes is a little bit frustrating, but I think in the end, you get some pretty solid poses. So their arms are so long, because he's an ape, that you can get a lot of cool poses like this. You know, with the superhero kind of pose, like that, or you know, when he's kind of like running around like Donkey Kong. Pretty great, and you can do that without even having to like, you know, go down on one knee. You know, he just fits like that, and it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot, very, very much. And so he does actually have a lot of great posability. The crunch alone, you get a lot of movement going way back like that. When I was like revealing all of those scars back there. The head movement is the best part. Like, you can get him so far back with that head movement, and I love that. That's just so good. And the arms move pretty well. Also, you can get like basically a T-pose. No, you can get a full-on T-pose. Elbows too, and all of the joints are hidden so nicely. It's like so seamless the way the joints move like that. It's really great. And same with the legs. You got a lot of movement there. It's just the biggest problem are those ankles. Those ankles are really difficult to get them where you gotta get them to be. And like, if you want to have him standing up like this, like with his chest all the way up in the air, it's really hard. Okay. It's really hard to get them where you gotta get them, and then that happens a lot too. The foot will pop out when you're trying to get it where it needs to be. If this was like a little bit shaved around the ankles, the fur down here, then I think you would be able to get a whole lot more. You know, you could probably do that yourself. You could probably cut that a little bit. Once you kind of fiddle with it, some of the joints are a little tough, especially the ankles. Ankles are really tough. And with Power Fist Kong, the elbow still moves pretty nicely actually. It doesn't really seem to hinder it much at all. It's a little bit loose on this one, but it still moves pretty nicely. And this one actually has a really cool feature right here that the other one doesn't have. If you pull this forward like that, these will all pop up with little wings And so now they have all these little flaps here, which is kind of neat, right? Like, and I did learn that by looking at the destructions. So as always, make sure to look at the destructions. All right, well, how tall are these two monkeys? They are 6 inches. Yeah, they're just like exactly 6 inches or so. And I've got this Kong pretty much propped up as straight as he'll go. So I'd say they're about 6 inches, which is kind of crazy. I would have thought maybe a little bit taller, but yeah, 6 inches. Well, let's compare. What do you say? This right here is the HIYA Toys 2014 Godzilla. So he's a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, but they still scale, I think, if you really wanted to use these two guys. I think that'd be great. This right here is the Skull Crawler from, I think this is technically the one from Godzilla vs. Kong that comes out of the door or whatever, which is pretty cool. I didn't do a full review on this guy. I should have, but it is a really cool figure. This here, of course, is the HIYA Toys Shimo, which she is beautiful, and I think they scale quite beautifully. There's definitely a whole lot you can do with these two. Okay, and the real thing everyone's interested is the evolved Godzillas. One of them's the Monster Arts, one of them's the HIYA. Can you tell which one is which? This is the HIYA, this is the Monster Arts. And I think they both work. If you bought the Monster Arts evolved, you're good. If you bought the HIYA evolved, you're good. I think they're both great. I definitely like this evolved more. I did a whole review on all these figures. I think either one you got works great, but dang, they look kind of cool with each other. What, I don't know what's going on. Some kind of weird love triangle between these three. What's happening here? I have no idea. So are we gonna give these two Kongs a W or L? Well, before I do that, which one is better? I don't think either of them are better. They really are almost exactly the same, except for he's got the special arm, and that's it. So I think they're both equally fine. I'm gonna rate them both equally, but I'm gonna give him a W, but I'm gonna give him a very soft W. I was actually thinking about if I should give him an M for mid or not, because I was getting a little frustrated with a few things. The ankles are really, they could really have some improvement. I feel like they really could have easily been improved. Like just making them have a little bit more freedom around by the ankles could have been really easy. And you know, putting the hands on was annoying and whatever. I warmed them up, they were fine. Everything else is just really awesome. I think they look incredible and you can get them in really great poses. So I think they're just good figures with a couple issues that are kind of big issues, but they're only a couple. Everything else is great, so I'm still gonna give them a W. If everything else was like mediocre, then I'd probably just go into the M or even an L, but no, everything is really great besides those two. So I'm gonna give it a W, and they're beautiful, they pose well. It's a W, it's definitely a W, but I'm curious, what do you think about these guys? Did you have the same problems as I did with these? I'm very, very curious. Let me know. Are you giving them a W or are you giving them an L? So as much as I love this guy, I think even more just because the Power Fist is cool, I think I'm going to use him for my toy photo today. And I'm thinking I'm just going to take him to People's Island. Maybe it'll look a little bit like Hollow Earth, or maybe not, and that's fine. But I'm kind of excited to shoot this guy. So let's take him for a shot. Let's go. So I'm in a very risky spot right now and it's very loud, but I think what I've got is really cool, but I'm a little bit terrified all at the same time. So I'm at People's Island, my favorite spot, and I put my $2,000 camera and equipment right in the water. All right. And Kong is right there screaming. Look how, I mean, that looks pretty cool. And I do feel slightly safe. Everything's pretty secure. He's getting a little bit splashed, but I'm all right. It's all for the shot, right? So there really is nothing fancy about what I'm doing besides the fact I'm in the middle of a waterfall. I'll put my settings on the screen, but all I'm doing is just reflecting, using my light reflector, getting the right angles, using the sunlight, that kind of thing, and being very, very careful. So just don't break any cameras or lose any action figures if you try this. So I'm just gonna go and take the shot right now. quick post-photo breakdown for Kong in the waterfall. And to be honest, this was probably the simplest edit I've done in a long time. It took me like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, I'm done already? Because there really isn't a whole lot going on here. It's pretty simple photo, and I think it's pretty cool. Like, I'm pretty happy with it. And I think one of the things that makes this photo special is the behind the scenes part of it. Like, you look at this photo as is, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then you look at the, I don't know, like behind the scenes, it's like, oh wow, that's really cool. So it's almost like photo's cool not because of the photo, but because of where it was taken, at least in my opinion. But I do really like the blue sky, and I like the perspective, and it makes Kong look really big, even though, you know, this bokeh back here is just as big as he is. And I do love how the sun was shining through his axe. I did brighten that a little bit just to get that. And the only other thing I really did is I did add a lens flare over here. But the biggest thing I had to do when I was editing was I just strengthened the blues in the sky. So the sky is even stronger because I love getting that natural blue sky. But that's really it. So let me know, is it too plain? Is it too boring? I'd love to know what you think. Let me know. Give me some critiques as always. Let's just run the end of the video. It really does feel weird saying I had problems with a HIYA Toys figure because they're usually pretty perfect to me, but the figures are still great and I'm still pretty happy with them, and hopefully they make some improvements on the next Kong figures. But either way, if you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. This photo will be posted up onto Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff, and if you want to follow my work on any of those platforms, it's all linked in the video description below. Plus, YouTube now has this new hype feature where you can hype a video within its first 7 days of being posted. So if you have that option on the YouTube app, it would be greatly appreciated to hype the video. And thank you again so much for watching and getting this far into the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.